What's up, guys? It's your girl Dad, and I'm back again with another video. Today, I will be in and out throughout the whole video, so tune in for that if you want a little bit more insight on exactly what I'm doing in the video. So, before we get into it, we're doing a glow in the dark money set with a little bit of marble. So, let's get right into it. What I'm doing right now is put my tips on. I do use the clear tips, and I get these from Amazon. Comment down below if you're interested in knowing, the exact kind and where I get them from on Amazon. I can send you the link. And I'm using my KDS glue. This is the only glue that I will use because you don't need much of it, and works really good and fast. So I'm just putting on my tips, and I'm making sure you seen me flip the hand up. You definitely want to flip the hand with people whose fingers are not like completely straight. Most people fingers kind of go to the side a little bit. So you just want to flip that hand over and make sure it's on there, correctly. So when they looking at their hands, it looks straight and not crooked to them. You shouldn't just tell your client, oh, your nail is crooked or your finger is crooked. That's fine, but her nail should still be straight on her hand. So that's a gem that I just dropped. And a lot of my clients tell me before they got their nails done before me, nobody could get that right. So don't be that nail tech that can't get a client nail on straight because you don't want to take a second to flip the hand and make sure the nail is on there straight before the glue dries all the way. And I feel like even if it does dry, it doesn't really take long to just clip that nail off, kind of file it down a little bit, and re-glue the nail. So that's that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and size them, and I'll come back in when we get to that step. And right here, what you see me doing is just clipping off where she said she wanted her nail tips to be, where she said she just wanted a little bit clipped off from them. So I only went just a little bit above where the number was at. And I do that for all 10 nails. Then I go in and make sure that all 10 nails are even with each other. Even though I knew, exactly what I wanted to cut off, I just always like to go in and make sure that everything is straight the way I want to, so they won't look funny at the end when I'm done. And I'm just doing a little square, tapered square look. So I'm just going in and cleaning up that shape. These tips come coffin already, so when I cut them, they're like a square. So it's never a problem with me getting a square once I cut them a little bit. And I just go and do that for all 10 nails. And once I'm done shaping the nails how I want to, I just dust them off really good before I go in with my swipe. But for her, I did do an extra step than I normally did because her nails were bitten pretty badly. And for people that have damaged nails in any kind of way, I like to do this step just to blend them in a little bit more. I feel like that just kind of assures that they'll last a little bit longer, thinning them out right there. So I do that extra step on all 10 nails. And then I go and apply my swipe with my no lint wipe and get all the dust off of there. Right here, I'm just going in with my protein bond. And I do that for all 10 nails. And I also go back again and do a second coat of protein bond. That's how I do every one. You don't have to do two, but if you're a beginner, I do recommend doing two. It just ensures that the nails won't pop off on you. So, two coats and you can pretty much ensure that the nails won't pop. Okay, now I'm going in with my clear acrylic from Young Nails. And I do have this mixed with some glow-in-the-dark powder. This was a little custom clear mix I had mixed up like earlier this year. And I always use it when my clients ask for it. And I got my glow-in-the-dark powder from Amazon. I just mix it with clear acrylic really good. And then there you go, glow-in-the-dark. And you can do it for any color or anything that you use. Just make sure that the, like maybe the bottom layer or however you want to do it is with the glow in the dark. And don't, like, sometimes I find that if I put it at the top of the nail that I'll file it out. So just keep that in mind, that if you don't do it at the bottom, then you might possibly file it out. Now, one thing to remember when encapsulating money or anything, you don't want to like have a thick layer and then encapsulate. You want that to be the first thing you put on a nail, or if it's not the first thing, it's a very thin layer of whatever you put down first, whether it's clear, whether it's colored acrylic, whether it's glitter. You want to make sure that's pretty thin. So I just applied a little bit of my KDS glue and I picked it up with my tweezers, because if you do it with your fingers, whatever you're trying to glue down is most likely going to stick to your fingers and not the thing. Then it's going to rip. So just keep that in mind when you're gluing things down on nails. Just use something to pick it up and then use the back of it, or if you want to just put it on with your hand and then press it down with the back of your brush, that's fine too. One of your acrylic brushes, that's, cool. Just don't do the pushing down with your finger. And I put all my money down before I start doing the acrylic, because to me it seemed like it was just moving a little faster going that way. So that's what I did. On this part, you can kind of notice that I was struggling a little bit to get it all the way down. One thing to remember when encapsulating is, like I said, you want it to be flat because you got to go in and cap with clear so that you won't foul out your design, and you don't want to have the nail just so thick. You still want it to look natural and of course still have an apex, but you want the nail to be natural. Therefore, just when you're encapsulating something and it's probably sticking up after you glue it down, you're gonna have to go in and make sure that you glue all the sides down and it's laying all flat on the nail. Because if you don't and most of it is down but one part is sticking up, you're gonna foul that part out, and more than likely the nail that's going to take away from your design and it's going to probably look funny or whatever. So, and even if your client doesn't notice it, I'm sure you'll notice. So, just keep that in mind. Make sure that everything that's being encapsulated is flat on the nail. I forgot to mention that the pink I'm using is also a custom mix. Um, I do have a video on that. I was kind of all over the place with it, so I may put it out. I may not. I'm gonna have to just probably just edit it and see what I come up with. But that's a custom color that I mixed up before she came. Last time she got the like a hot pink color like this, but it was glow in the dark from Glam and Glitz. But now I've been pretty much just trying to make my own colored acrylic because they're so pricey. Like for a little bitty container, like a half an ounce or an ounce, you pay like $6 to $15 for it. So I've just been making my own and just, really putting the work in to get the colors, the shade I need to, and the consistency and everything like that. So just keep that in mind. If you're a new nail tech and you can't really afford to buy all those different colors from, people that, sell them, just go on Amazon, get like a brand of alcohol-free chalk or whatever for doing that, and then you can make that yourself and save so much money. I did forget to mention that I am going in and I'm capping every single nail, the money nail and the pink nail and the marble nail. I like to pretty much encapsulate anything unless it's like a white or a beige. I'm gonna cap it. So you'll see me do that for all the nails. Right here, I'm just doing my marble nail, and all I do is put a little wet bead of white down, then a little wet bead of pink, and just kind of swirl them together and try to put them on the nail as much as I can. And then I just repeat that until the nail is pretty much to my desired look. And I just make sure I let that dry a little bit first, and then I go in and cap it with clear. Anytime I do the nails where I have designs that I have to cap, I make sure that I build my apex up with my clear and not the actual color. But since this is a custom color and I'm still kind of getting used to making my own shades and stuff like that, I did kind of build my apex up just a tad bit with the color because it wasn't like it wasn't going on a nail where you couldn't see through it unless you did use a nice amount. So, but typically you really only need literally a little bit of the colored acrylic, and that's why it typically stretches a long way. So I won't really talk much on this hand because I'm gonna do the same thing on this hand that I did for the other hand, except that I just kind of switched up on the fingers of what I have as far as the design. So I'll come back in on the next step. I don't know why I said next step, guys, because it won't be a next step. I didn't get a chance to record myself filing and shaping it. But I definitely wanted to just show you guys how I do encapsulation, how I do marble, and just a custom color acrylic that I made for myself. So, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Leave a comment if you want to know about any products that I use in the video. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribed and help me get my channel monetized so I could continue to put content out for you guys daily and do different interesting things like reviews on different products and tools for nails. So I'm looking forward to that with you guys, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. This is what they look like with the lights on. And this is how they look with the lights off. So pretty. Custom glow in the dark mix.